Okay, can you see that? Right there. Let's go up and take a closer look. What are those little dark spots? See how close we can get before we scare them. What are those little dark spots? This is magic. Magic of botany right here in play. See that? It's not the best lighting. Oh, there he goes. There she goes. He, she, I don't know. It's hard to say. But anyway, what that was there were several. Zoom out so you guys don't get sick. Several monarch butterflies on this milkweed bush here. They absolutely love this plant. I guess other things do too. But yeah, this is something you want to promote in your, wherever you live, for the monarch butterflies. I'm up here at my ranch. This is my revegetation area. I killed all of these terrible invasive grasses, and they were invasive. They came from Europe and they took over. But now I've replaced them with all this native California grass. It's much better for habitat. There's much more diversity of plants. It just looks like weeds to you, but there's lots of diversity of plants in here that are native and supposed to be here. And so that helps with the whole ecosystem. And I'm additionally planting lots of small trees. And it's incredibly harsh here, really hot and dry. It's blue oak habitat here. And one of the things we were inundated with was star thistle. Now, this makes great nectar for honeybees for honey. It tastes really good, but it's a terrible, terrible thing. I think it's from Asia, some terrible place, like in Mongolia. I don't know where this thing's from. So it's got to be terrible wherever it's from. But those thorns are just hideous. This whole area was filled with star thistle. And so we killed it and killed it and killed it and got rid of it finally, and replanted with native grasses. It took a long time. All the neighbors thought I was crazy. I was working with the Resource Conservation District, and now we have. The good thing about this stuff, though, is it only provides localized seedings, and they're really easy to find. We've pretty much hunted them down and pull them out and get rid of them wherever we find them. And there are very few left, but there are some. I'm sure there will always be some. Oh, now I'm seeing more. But anyway, we've gotten 99% of these plants out of here. And then what you do when you see these things flowering, you have an opportunity to collect them and remove them. So here's more milkweed up here. You see the bees love it too. So anyway, we're trying to help things out, get things back in order, help the animals a little bit. What's going on here? Oh, I meant to show you what's in here. And oh, that's a buckeye right there. That's actually alive. It's August. Part of they're a beautiful, lush California native tree with white flowers. However, they will they defoliate come about June, July, because they live in really hot areas where there's only water available in the spring. So they go summer deciduous, just like a lot of tropical trees from Africa and places where they have a long, prolonged dry season. So that's the buckeye. We have different various oaks. We have, oh, there's my butterfly. I wonder, let's see if we can follow him and see where he goes. See where he goes. Look, right back to the same plant. See, oh, wait, don't go away. Don't go away. I think I freaked him out. Oh, he's taking off. He literally went right back to the same, not the same exact plant, because that plant is over here. But he went over to the milkweed plant, which is right by that tube right over there. I don't know if you saw that. They sure love it. So anyway, what's happening here? It's going to be a long process, but ultimately there'll be trees all along here. There's trees in these tubes. I also own the other side of the street. Strangely, it's kind of a weird deal. I don't know who laid this place out, but whatever. I'll take it. California walnuts, native California walnuts. Right here down by the stream. I figured there's more moisture to be had down here. There's another one. And look, there's one over there doing really well. Those are turning into big, lush trees. They have beautiful, hopefully you can see it. I can't even see it. It's too bright out here. They have lush, beautiful canopies. And we'll make a nature trail through here eventually. So what this is basically a corridor, a wildlife corridor. And we're walking downstream right now. You see there are lots of blue oaks in here, little patches of them. When you have one matriarch oak, that creates a shade pattern. See the shade pattern? What do you see in the shade pattern? Yes, you see many more oaks sprouting because it evaporates that much less within that shade pattern to allow plants to live over the dry season when they're young seedlings, and the mother provides the seeds and she drops them underneath mama bear, and she shelters baby bears, many baby bears, for a second generation. And you can see mama bear is getting pretty old. She's going to be acquiescing soon, but it's amazing how long they can hold on. Look, there's like things living underneath this tree, this poor tree, being totally undermined. This tree will fall over eventually, but right now it's a beautiful tree. But when it's her time, there will be a second generation coming up due to her efforts. And so I'm trying to sort of forest out this area to create more cover. You could see it was very naked before. And I'm trying to forest out the area so that wildlife will feel invited to come from the valley below up into the mountains beyond. I'm doing my little small part where there's lots of habitat up in those mountains, the Berryessa Mountains right there, Blue Ridge Mountains. Doing my small part to create habitat and cover for these animals to migrate back and forth, and I'm sure it'll help matters out. Here's Carpinteria californica. Hopefully that'll make it. It's a little out of its range. Another blue oak we planted. And what else do we see here? Here's a beautiful manzanita that will grow up. It's native to the hills here. Here's an interior live oak. And these oaks are they're a lot like the valley or the coastal live oak that we have in the Bay Area, except that this oak has a smaller leaf and it's more adapted to these hot, dry conditions. And so anyway, there's all kinds of little goodies in here. And you have a really low success rate per tube. The tubes are meant to keep the rabbits away, show you where they are, so you don't like run them over. Also identifies where the drip system is. We have a temporary drip system here. Eventually all these plants will be on their own once they get going. Like I said, all you need is one tree. Look what happens. You have one tree and then you have a whole forest that comes up underneath it because of the one pioneer plant. So we're trying to pioneer here, which is a really difficult thing to do. But you just overplant all over the place and you'll have some success and you'll have a lot of failure. But the successes that you do have will basically make it so that you'll achieve your goal of creating a beautiful native habitat. So this is about 5 or 6 acres of native habitat I'm restoring to the best of my abilities and my budget and my available time. And then, of course, we have growing operations going on for palms that we are growing up up there, and then also the citrus operation, and we're trying to grow avocados too. So the avocados are being a little bit stubborn. And there's my ranch buggy. This is proof that you don't need to be rich to live well. $1,500 off of Craigslist. This guy, I told him what I was gonna use it for, and he's like, you just need yourself a ranch buggy. So I call it the ranch buggy. It's a Suzuki Samurai, 1988. It's had one oil change in like 10 years. This poor thing. I beat it to death. I built a Suzuki Samurai race course. It's like a nature trail, but occasionally late at night when I'm so inspired, I use it as a race course. Thinking $1,500, like this thing's probably gonna die any day. So I just was like going crazy on it. And it never died. Then I started thinking, wow, this is a good car. I need to take care of you. And it goes anywhere. It's 4-wheel drive, short wheelbase. But anyway, yeah, $1,500 like 10 years ago. How's that for longevity? And that's pretty much my story. I'm pretty much naked. Well, I'm not naked. I have shorts on. But when I'm nearly naked, I try not to focus on me so much. But head up. All right, that's it. There's a revegetation project someday. This will be a forest. Go on to YouTube and Google the man who planted trees, and you'll get it. Have fun.